A king was named in an ancient book 150 years before he was even born. He was not Jewish, not Christian, not Muslim. Yet that book called him the Chosen One. He came from a nation that shocks the entire world today. Who was this king? Which book predicted him 150 years early? Don't skip. The answer will shock you. Using advanced AI, ancient ruins and lost manuscripts are transformed into vivid cinematic scenes never witnessed before. We walk through every era of Iran's existence, from a small desert tribe to the greatest empire on Earth. You won't just hear the story of Iran, you'll see it. Let's begin at the beginning. Around 550 BC, Cyrus the Great rose from a small Persian tribe and built history's first true superpower. Most empires vanish, but Persia left something no army, no conqueror, no century could ever erase. Every king in history conquered by force, yet Cyrus conquered Babylon without a single battle. Instead of enslaving the conquered, Cyrus freed them. Every single one, including the Jews. Cyrus issued a royal decree, return to your homeland. But that was only half of his order. He funded the rebuilding of their temple in Jerusalem. Actually, he called it his religious duty. Turns out, an ancient prophet had already written the name Cyrus 150 years before his birth. Isaiah chapter 44, written 700 BC, names Cyrus as God's shepherd. No other Gentile receives this, but Isaiah 45 goes even further. It calls Cyrus Mashiach, God's anointed, his Messiah. Cyrus never read Isaiah. He never knew this prophecy existed, yet he fulfilled every single word. Persia had fulfilled one ancient word, but the oldest book had far more written about Iran. But that's not even the most interesting part. Persia appears across the entire Bible, not just once. The book of Daniel, written inside Persia, describes the empire as a ram with two great horns. Daniel chapter 8 names it directly. The ram is Media and Persia. The text is explicit and unmistakable, and this is where it gets truly strange. The entire book of Esther is set inside Iran. Susa, ancient Shushan, the Persian royal capital. Today it is Shush, inside modern Iran. Queen Esther saved her entire people inside these Persian walls. Her tomb still stands in Iran today. 3 Persian kings appear in Ezra and Nehemiah: Cyrus, Darius, Artaxerxes, each fulfilling Jerusalem's restoration. Here's what nobody talks about. No other Gentile nation receives this much specific attention in Scripture. But Persia's role in the ancient text was not finished. The darkest prophecy was still ahead. Jeremiah 49 does not celebrate Persia. It announces something devastating: the breaking of Elam. God declares he will break the bow of Elam, scatter its people to every wind, to every nation. While yet at the very end of judgment, God promises, I will restore the fortunes of Elam in the latter days. Elam was the jewel of Persia, but the very power it held became the reason for its judgment. Elam's military bow was its greatest pride. God declares, I will shatter it completely. The people of Elam, scattered to every nation on earth, a diaspora unlike any other in ancient history. When you understand Elam's location, everything about this prophecy's precision becomes undeniable. Elam is modern Khuzestan, where Iran's nuclear program operates today. The reason this matters is permanent. This is not coincidence. The one region Jeremiah named for judgment is the most contested on earth today. Jeremiah wrote this judgment in 597 BC. The restoration promise follows, in the very same passage. You're probably thinking, how can the same God judge a nation and promise to restore it? Elam's story was judgment and promise, but a far older vision named Iran in a war at the end of time. Ezekiel chapter 38 is the most studied prophecy in the Bible, and Persia is named directly inside it. Ezekiel 38 verse 5, 3 words in the original Hebrew. Paras, Cush, Put, Persia, named. Paras is the ancient Hebrew name for Persia. The reason this matters, it is modern Iran. Exactly. The coalition in Ezekiel 38 includes nations scholars identify as Russia, Turkey, Sudan, and Iran together. Ezekiel wrote this coalition 2,600 years ago. When you see it, the precision is impossible to dismiss. The question on your mind right now is the same one historians have debated for centuries. Is this happening? Iran, Russia, and Turkey are aligned today. This alignment did not exist 50 years ago. It does now. Ezekiel describes the coalition moving against a land of unwalled villages, restored from ancient desolation. Ezekiel says God himself intervenes. The coalition does not win. It is destroyed on the mountains. Daniel's ram vision had a near fulfillment in Alexander the Great. The far fulfillment is still ahead. Historians confirm Persia fell to Greece in 330 BC, exactly as Daniel described. Ram broken by the goat. The first fulfillment came exactly as written. What comes next, no human eye has yet witnessed. But before prophecy, there were people. Real people who built, loved, worked, and prayed in this land. Persian architects built the greatest stone staircases in the ancient world, wide enough for 10 men abreast. Persian society had nobles, merchants, craftsmen, and farmers, each with defined rights under imperial law. Zoroastrianism shaped Persian life. Fire temples, sacred rituals, the eternal battle of light against darkness. The royal road stretched 2,700 kilometers, from Susa to Sardis, connecting the entire Persian world. Persian women held property, ran businesses, and received equal rations, centuries ahead of any other civilization. Darius the Great feared one thing above empire. That history would forget what he built here. And here's the part that will surprise you most. Artaxerxes wept when Nehemiah described Jerusalem's ruin. The Persian Empire gave more to the ancient world than any conqueror, but its fall was already written. If you're wondering how the greatest empire on earth could fall, here is exactly how it happened. Xerxes the Great had everything and chose the one war that would begin Persia's long decline. The one weakness nobody saw coming. Persia had grown too large for any single king to hold together. Darius III was not a weak man. He was simply the last man standing when Alexander arrived at the gates. At Gaugamela in 331 BC, the Persian Empire ended. Not with a whimper, with a single afternoon's battle, where armies clashed and an empire died. Today, only wind moves across the empty Iraqi plain. Alexander did not destroy Persian civilization. Actually, he preserved it, absorbed it, and became it. Every conqueror who defeated Persia ended up ruled by Persian ideas. This is the pattern no one names. Historians call this the Persian paradox, the conquered nation that always outlasted its conquerors. So once you understand the Persian paradox, you'll never look at Iran's history the same way again. Most historians stop here, at the fall of Persia. But what they miss is the most astonishing chapter. The empire was gone. The land remained. And in that land, the oldest restoration promise was stirring. Today, Inside the Islamic Republic of Iran, the fastest-growing Christian population on Earth is meeting. Estimates place the number of Iranian Christians between 1 and 3 million, and growing every single year. You're probably thinking, how is this possible inside an Islamic theocracy? The answer is the reason it's growing. Jeremiah 49 promised restoration of Elam in the latter days. When you see what is happening, this is the reason. Church growth experts confirm Iran's house church movement is the fastest in recorded Christian history. Many Iranian converts say the same thing. They came to faith not through a church, but through a dream. The nation that freed God's people under Cyrus is now the reason its own people are finding freedom. Theologians now call this the Cyrus return. The nation chosen to free others, now experiencing its own liberation. Once you see this pattern, Cyrus freeing nations, Iran now being freed, the ancient text makes complete sense. And here's the part that will surprise you most. This story is not over. It is only beginning now. The prophecy of Elam's restoration in the latter days. This is the reason scholars now say, watch Iran. Iran's spiritual awakening was the hidden story. But one final truth remains, the one that reframes everything. Here is the single truth that rewrites everything. Historians call it the chosen nation paradox. The chosen nation paradox, a nation chosen for divine purpose without ever knowing it was chosen. Cyrus did not know he was fulfilling Isaiah, and Daniel did not know he was writing Ezekiel's key. Yet here we are. When you understand the chosen nation paradox, Iran's role in history becomes impossible to dismiss or ignore. From Cyrus the liberator, to Elam the judged, to Iran the spiritually awakening. One land, one unfinished story. No other nation on earth carries this weight of ancient written destiny. No other nation, not one. From a desert tribe to the world's first superpower, Persia's rise took only 2 generations. The people who walked these stone stairs dreamed the same dreams every human has always dreamed. Where Cyrus's empire stood at its greatest, today only the stones remain. And even they still speak. The carvings that survive at Persepolis show 23 nations bringing tribute. Every face is carved with dignity. Today's Iran carries this same ancient weight, 2,500 years of history, written in its very soil. The Bible named Iran before Islam, before Alexander, before any modern nation knew Iran existed. If you're wondering why this matters today, the answer is written in every headline about Iran right now. Every stone at Persepolis, every word in these ancient scrolls, points to a nation with unfinished destiny. The chosen nation paradox. Chosen without knowing, fulfilling without understanding, destined beyond any empire. 2,500 years of written destiny, and the story of Iran in the ancient text is still being written today. Persia freed the captive. Persia named in the end times war. And Persia now coming home to faith. Whatever you believe about prophecy, the story of Iran written in ancient text is unlike any other on earth. The question is not whether these ancient words are remarkable. The question is, what happens next? From the first Persian tribe on this plateau to the last prophecy written about this land, Iran endures. No other Gentile nation, no other ancient land, no other story written before it happened, like Iran's. Iran's story, in the oldest written records on earth, is a story no historian fully finishes telling. On this channel, we go where history is deepest, and we bring it back to life, one civilization at a time. When you understand Iran's ancient written destiny, you understand something about all of human history. The people of ancient Persia could not have known we would be watching them across 2,500 years. But here we are. Thank you for watching this journey through the most written about nation in the ancient text. Subscribe, hit like, and tell us, which lost civilization should we uncover next? See you in the past.